So some of the kind of things that we're looking at these different shops is some of the innovative things that people are doing to kind of help themselves out. Typically with cutting sheet goods, woodworkers have an issue with keeping those lines straight. So we put these rails down, and then we put the saw up against the rail, and then we shoot the saw down the piece and hope that we keep that saw base right up against the rail. But sometimes these things flex a little bit. And so Erik has come up with some innovative way of cutting sheet goods with a battery operated saw. Erik, do you want to show them what you got?
Yeah, so this makes it completely idiot proof for guys that are idiots like me, because you really can't go too far wrong. The saw ends up sitting in a track, and this is also, you know, I basically formed this slot with the saw itself, so it's a zero clearance insert essentially. But the idea is that once you have this thing on your line, and you can eyeball it through these holes here, you can see exactly where your line is. You clamp it down on top of your whatever your sheet good that you want to cut, and then just come in here. And this was literally designed just around this saw, which makes it foolproof. Bring up the guide, and then I just plunge cut and then go straight across. So it's a straight shot, and you really can't deviate at all once this thing's clamped down.
So one of the beauties of this is that if you were to buy a track saw, be it a Festool or a Bosch or DeWalt or Makita, one of those guys, you're talking about $700. But for something like this, this comes in a 5-pack of battery operated tools. And then this thing costs you about, I don't know, $10, or it's scrap basically.
It's scrap. This was all scrap. Yeah.
Scrap plywood, and you can make one of these, and you're into it for scrap plywood, and now you've got these beautifully straight cut lines to cut down your sheet goods.
With no tear out, because
it's zero clearance.
Because you have zero clearance.
So it's actually a great way to go if you don't want to go spend a whole bunch of money on a track saw.